Welcome to part 25 of Wind Waker. We're still getting heart pieces, but we are also getting plot-related items in this video. So let's begin by going to Flight Control Platform in Quadrant G2. I'll start with the Fishman comment first. To the west of here, over on Dragon Roost Island, you'll see all kinds of rocks. Big ones, little ones, you get the picture. Anyway, they say that long ago, there used to be treasure hidden inside these things. Who knows? There may still be some left. So you should open your eyes and take a good look around, from high up as the sun to down low as your toes. Yeah. Anyway, this place here is the location of what is called the Birdman Contest, the Birdman minigame. And it's run by a couple of brothers named Obley and Willie. Now, despite their appearance, these guys are in fact not Rito. They're actually humans from Windfall Island who have embraced the Rito culture and decided to become a couple of Rito cosplayers. So, yeah. And their names, Obley and Willie. Now, I've read somewhere that it's based off a pair of brothers who are also famous for flight, Orville and Wilbur Wright. Right? But again, they could be rumors, I could be totally off, and yeah. So anyway, the thing with this contest is essentially you have to get over from this platform here to the goal all the way across the water, and essentially we have to use our Deku Leaf to get there. But will the Deku Leaf alone be enough to make it? No. Thankfully, throughout this watery area, there are air gusts that can give Link an extra boost, and you have to rely on those in order to make it all the way to the goal. Now, of course, there it is. There's the Link. And, yeah, this is Obley, and what a Waluigi-like mustache he has. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, the thing about this mini game here is that you, first of all, make sure you change the wind into a more favorable direction for you. And in this case, change it northwest. There we go. And because you don't want to like jump off the platform, whip out the Deku Leaf, and go the other way. That would suck. And of course, you also have to have the double magic meter upgrade. I mean, you will not make it without it. So again, make sure you visit that great fairy that is trapped inside the big Octo. And of course, when you do this, like, don't go like way out of your way to get those wind gusts for an extra boost, because, well, even as you're going forward, you are losing your magic energy, and it is possible to lose magic energy just before you reach the goal, and that would suck. And as you jump off this thing, the overworld music plays triumphantly as you attempt to fly over to the goal. And of course, will I make it this time around? Nope. And then, of course, when you fail, the music mocks you for being a failure. Like, you didn't make it. The good thing about this minigame is that it's only 10 rupees per try, so you can try as many times as you want. And every time you retry this minigame, the magic meter automatically refills. So, yeah. And there is another way to get your magic meter constantly full. If you are playing using the Tingle Tuner, as is using your Game Boy Advance, you can ask Tingle to help refill your magic meter constantly. But otherwise, you do have to use the double magic meter. No choice. And with that, we crossed the goal. We made it. Woohoo! What is is it, soccer? Yeah, music, sound triumphant for me. I succeeded. And of course, they don't bother to refill your magic meter even after you succeed, unless you want to try this again, which I am not going to, by the way. Yeah, essentially, the only thing you can get here at the flight control platform is a heart piece. So yeah, we're never coming back here again. Well, unless you're digging up treasure from the area, but I mean, yeah. And thus, we get the heart piece. We are out of here. We never have to see this place again. And I wonder what the Rito thinks of these guys. I mean, clearly they are not that offended, or else they would have attacked or something, or asked them to stop. But yeah. All right. Let's move on to another mini game at another island. Spectacle Island in Quadrant C2. Now the Fishman comment reads, "Beware tonight when the crescent moon faces up." That's all I can tell you, small fry. Looks like another ghost ship location. Anyway, it's this guy again. Remember the guy from Battleship? Well, he's here too. Either that or it's his twin brother. Anyway, his name is Salvatore. And just like in Windfall, he's bored as well and uses paintings as a selling point for his game. Now, this minigame involves a real cannon, and we are to destroy some real targets. Now, what's the gimmick for his painting this time? Well, let's just say that's a bit surprising. And yeah, it's 50 rupees for one game. And oh look, he's using the pirates. Oh jeez. You know, if the pirates showed up for real, let's just say what they did to Cannon, the bomb salesman guy back at Windfall, would be like a slap on the wrist compared to what they're going to do to this guy. Anyway, the goal is to take the cannon and shoot the barrels out at sea, and they're spaced out in a different ways. And what you do is you try to aim the cannon and shoot all the barrels and destroy them. There are only 5 barrels, and you get 10 shots. So essentially, what you do is if your shot is off. Like if it goes over, just lower your cannon a bit, and if it just in front of it, just raise the cannon. And overall, this thing is not that bad. You just have to adjust accordingly and not waste your shots. And I'm surprised he's not doing that whole sploosh and kaboom kind of thing. So I'll try and do it for the rest. Sploosh. And of course, when you beat this thing, you will get a heart piece. And if you play this game again and beat it, you will get a treasure chart. So, yep. Boom. Last cannon. I'm surprised that the Fishman is actually in range, as it were. I don't know. What does happen if I hit the thing? Probably nothing, since he's just flopping up and down and all around and all that stuff. Alright. And yeah, we won. Whoop-de-doo. And what's he doing? Oh my goodness. Dude, you are lucky that Tetra has transformed into Zelda and she is in the kingdom underwater. I mean, oh boy, be very lucky, sir. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Spectacle Island. It's just here to grab some more prizes and all that. So, yeah, afterwards, we're just going to move on, and we will never see this guy again. So, say goodbye to the bored salesman right here, the bored game guy. I've gone to Needle Rock Isle in Quadrant A5 to get a heart piece, but as you can see, the chest is surrounded by fire. Now, to get rid of that fire, here's what you have to do. You have to, first of all, we have to go to one of Beetle's shops to get a special pear, and using that pear, we will take control of a seagull. And once in control of the seagull, we can fly all the way up to the top of Needle Rock Isle and hit the switch that will get rid of the flames surrounding the chest, and we can claim the heart piece. Now you want to be careful here because there are bird enemies surrounding this area. In fact, off screen I managed to kill 2 of them, but there's a 3rd one circling around and a 4th and 5th one perched on top. So you kind of don't want to, you want to be careful because they will home in on the seagull and try to attack it. And if they manage to come in contact with the seagull, you will lose control and you will have to pretty much get another one of these pairs to get them all to try the whole thing again. But once you manage to hit the switch on top, well, you're pretty much done with the seagull and you can move on. Now, I'm not reading the Fishman information here because I will return at a later point. And that ice covering the hole, that leads to a underground area where you can get some rupees. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Needle Rock for right now. Now it's time for a change of pace because for the next 2 locations, I will be getting items that are required for us to complete the next 2 dungeons. Now here at Fire Mountain, we have to actually get inside, but as you can see, it's impossible due to all the erupting lava. But thanks to the ice arrows that we got from the Queen of the Fairies, we can stop the lava. And just like that, yeah, it stopped. But it's only temporary because once we stop the lava from spewing out of this volcano, there will be a time limit of 5 minutes for us to get inside, get the item, and before the whole mountain erupts again. So, yeah. And here's the thing, though. Once we get the item inside the mountain, and the same thing with the next location, the timer will stop and the island will remain its current state for the rest of the game, I think. I mean, I never returned to these places after getting the item, so yeah. Anyway, you want to make sure to make sure you go right, keep going right, like until you get to right here, and then you have to climb up in order to get to the top. Now, I had a derp moment right here because it was dark and I couldn't see very well. Turns out there's a place for me to actually do that whole sidle maneuver, you know, sliding against the thin piece of ledge. And I didn't see it at first, so I tried to change the wind so I can Deku glide to the other side. Although I suppose you can do that as well. But, might as well just go ahead and sidle across because it will save magic energy. See, it's here when I realized that, oh, I can scoot across on the wall. Duh. And of course, once we get to the top of Fire Mountain, just drop on inside the hole and we will face a brand new challenge. Of course, there is a cannon boat and an annoying bird enemy, as you just saw, so be careful as you climb upward. Now, in here, we are in a lava-filled area with fire keys. Now, what you have to do here is hop from these platforms here, and these platforms collapse as soon as you stand on them and jump off them, so you want to move quick. And when you get to the end here, there are 2 magtails that you have to kill. And when you kill both of them, it will make a treasure chest appear. And that's the item we need to, well, this one we will actually use in the very next dungeon that we'll go to. Yeah. Of course, kill all the enemies so that they won't bug you. And again, once we get the item, the timer will stop. And What is that thing? That big statue head thing. Kind of looks like Easter Island Head's dumb brooding cousin or something. Yeah, look it up. Alright, let's see what kind of treasure we get out of Fire Mountain. The Power Bracelets. They are a quest status item, and from now on, Link will have these bracelets on his sleeves of his tunic. And as you can see here, you just lift this big old head thing and just toss it. So yeah, that's it for Fire Mountain, and we're off to get the next item at the next location. Ice Ring Isle in Quadrant E6, directly west of Forest Haven. Now what we have to do here is, see that big dragon head statue thingy spewing out cold? Yeah. The only way we can actually get onto this place is to get rid of it, and the way to do that is to shoot fire arrows at it. Sensing a pattern, folks? Anyway, with the ice blast gone, we can now get inside that giant dragon head statue thingy to get that treasure. And of course, just like Fire Mountain, there's a time limit before the effects of the island are back. And this is a little harder because Link now has to deal with the whole slipping and sliding throughout the whole island, because this place is ice. And I wonder why there is ice here, because, well, I mean, it's warm and stuff, I'm assuming, but it's probably magic ice or something. I mean, magical land and all that, but yeah. Now, of course, I'll go ahead and read the Fishman comment while we slip and slide throughout the thing. There is this amazing treasure inside that freezing ring of ice over there, but even if you wanted it and tried to get inside, you'd be frozen solid as soon as you approach the shore. But if you go 4 squares north and 3 squares west, you'll find the power to melt any ice, no matter how cold. Search for it, small fry. Well, I already did that. Kind of late for that. Now, you want to be careful as you get across here because, well, there's a chance you can slide off to the left or to the right, and you pretty much have to climb up and try this whole thing again. And of course, that there is I believe that is a treasure chart in there. Yeah, a treasure chart. So save that until after you get the item in this location. Now I'm going ahead and get this item now, even though we won't need it until the next dungeon after the one I'm going to next. So yeah. And of course, this is where I'm going to screw up and fall into the water. And then the thing is, though, you have to get inside the area, get inside where you need to be within a certain amount of time. And if you waste a lot of time getting inside, you might as well just get back to the boat, wait for time to run out, and shoot the thing with fire arrows to do this all over. But again, I decided to go ahead and risk it because, well, I just felt daring that day or something. But don't worry, folks, I managed to get the treasure before time runs out. This whole thing reminds me of that whole slip and slide game, you know. You put a slide, you fill in with water, you just run, slide. And you haven't heard of that? You run, you slide, you hit the bump, and take a dive. Ah, the good old days. But I am rambling too much. Alright, once we get inside, we will get inside the secret hole with more ice and some annoying Keese enemies. Alright, let's down the hole. Now here, you want to be careful. The paths, you will slide a little towards the, you'll slide in front a little and make sure you stay centered-ish. And the keys here, if they hit you, you will actually, there is a good chance you will fall into the water below. Now, if you do, don't worry, you can get out. There are grappling beams down there you can latch onto, and what you have to do is just climb from one grappling beam to another until you get back to the starting position. But thankfully, I didn't have to this time around, or else time would have ran out, and that would have been bad. So, yeah. And of course, that little of Link can get kind of annoying, but thankfully, it's the only part of this game you have to deal with this kind of thing. And I made it with about over 39 seconds to spare. And this treasure here we are going to get is the Iron Boots. Yay! Now, unlike the Iron Boots of Ocarina of Time, these are an item. Yeah, you just equip it to one of the item buttons, and you just push the button, and bam, instant boots. It's much better than just pausing, switching between boots, and hitting the pause button again, and that got kind of annoying. Thankfully, they fixed that in the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. So yeah, that's the 2 treasures that we need to get for the next 2 dungeons, and in part 26, we will see one of these dungeons, yeah. So with that, I'll see you next time.